landlubbers! Tonight we set sail into treacherous waters as we welcome the captain of TideRealm Corsairs. Plus, we have a bountiful booty fit for a king thanks to the tribal chief, Chubzzy Wubzzy Toys. Oh, and Machu! It's showtime.
I forgot my sunglasses. But it's better that you have it. Yeah,
it works.
Yeah,
It works better this way. So
yeah.
I pushed them in too high, but
I'm sick of looking at that mug. I woke up this morning. I watched the boys the last episode, then went to go see Mortal Kombat with you.
We did. We went to see Mortal Kombat. It was great. Yeah,
and I just can't get rid of Carl Urban lookalike.
You know, it's you got it. Yeah, look, Josh Brown. Josh Brown. Someone saw him. Yeah, Josh. Yeah, literally like a half hour ago. We just finished it. Like,
and then it downpoured on us.
Right, and then we literally raced against the rain. So anyway, it is Wednesday.
Or I walked the plank.
Yeah. Oh, good one. We should see how many we could squeeze in. Somebody keep a counter going.
Oh my god.
But it is Wednesday, my dudes, and welcome to episode 162 of Between Two Sentinels. The show that no, technically we didn't have a Wednesday show last week.
My naming conventions for my files are now all messed up, so I gotta go back.
We only count the Wednesday shows as numbers, so
Well, it was. I can't even say it was Wednesday somewhere.
Usually it's not. Usually, what's his name's ahead of it. So,
yeah, 38.
Or Chamba. Chamba's always ahead of us. So, but yeah.
Maybe anyway. Catch a later showing, Johnny.
Yeah. Wait. Just stick around, Johnny. Yeah. I mean, you'll be okay. You're not like there's no spoilers that are gonna get ruined tonight. We're not gonna spoil the movie for you. So, stick around. Yeah.
Johnny Cage makes an appearance. There's your spoiler.
Yeah. There's your spoiler. Yeah. Don't be like Cole and lose your head.
What'd you say? I was reading the chat. Sorry.
Oh, all right. I said don't be like Cole and lose your head.
You don't have to repeat it. I knew.
Oh, sorry. Oh, it's gonna be a good one tonight. Johnny says I love spoilers. How was MK2? I will say it was better than MK1 that I just watched yesterday. So
yes, yeah. I will say it was better.
Yeah,
much better.
It was better.
It was fun.
It was definitely more in line with the game, I think. But yeah, Machu, outside of seeing Mortal Kombat today and us hanging out, what else is going on? How are you?
I'm good. Well, now I have my AC on. I moved those boxes and turned on the AC.
Good, because it was like 96 today.
Oh my god, it was brutal.
Yeah,
so brutal. And then I got these little effects from an Etsy store that I found.
Nice.
And they're supposed to go for the Daredevil batons.
Oh, cool.
Right, and then there's also one for the Captain America shield, which is like I think SHF has an effect like this, and Mezco too. That is very similar.
Yeah.
Right. I have the page. Where is it?
Where'd you send it?
Share screen. Here.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Yeah, so he's got a bunch of stuff. It's Tawa Art Studios.
He's got the claws with the
Wolverine with the Hulk reflection.
That's cool. Yeah, that's really cool. Oh,
yeah. So that's how the one baton goes in there, and then how you use it for the shield. And then there's the other baton one.
How do the batons connect? Because I thought I saw like
this one has a clip. It looks like.
Okay.
And then the other one just wedges into the. You just stick the baton into the hole. Where did I put? I can't even find my Daredevil. There he is.
It's okay.
Yeah. How are you? While I mess with this.
I'm good. I feel like I haven't gotten a lot in the last couple of weeks, which is nice. I had to make like an adult purchase and get a car this week, so
Oh, there you go. That's something.
Yeah.
That's something.
Less articulation, but it's there. But yeah, I mean, you gave me It's something probably you picked up a little while ago, but I did get, which is good because I almost bought it again in what's called. Oh, look, we're both showing up at the same time.
Yeah.
She looks good. I like her. I know people have complaints, but I like her. People complain about everything. So, and I did get my Smasher,
oh yes, I did get my
exclusive
Smasher
colorway,
also.
which you got, which is cool. And then you refused to not let me get this X-23, just to use straight up for civilian backgrounding. So
yeah, I figured that she's a good civilian character to have.
She's got backpack, she's got sunglasses, so you know, and a Juggernaut helmet. So that'll look good in the bottom. But yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. Other than that, I think I got anything else in. So, but yeah. Oh, here. Let's see. Oh, nice. That looks good. That looks really good.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Johnny, less articulation, but a hell of a lot more parts. Oh. When Jay Shot said adult purchases, I was expecting him to say something else, considering where this show usually goes. I don't know what you're talking about, Dom. I don't know what you're talking about. It's big desk energy. All right, big desk energy. So, yeah, here you go. So
I don't have a Captain America shield here, but I do have one of these shields.
Oh, perfect. That could also bounce. Yeah,
just use the hole in the back. And,
use the hole in the back. That's fine. So Dom's right. This show does go off the rails. Oh well.
What do you mean? All you just said is
use the hole in the back.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we did. We went off the rails. So let's speaking of the chat though, let's check in and see who we got here, because it looks like people are
I need a bigger desk.
Need a bit. That's what she said. Wolf Chaser is here. Yes, you are first, Wolf Chaser. Congratulations. I don't know if you're still here, but you are first. Dom says hello there. We got Josh Brown Toys with the wrench saying what's up, my dudes. The man amongst men, Webhead Collects is here. What's going on, dude? Hope you are well as well. Corrupted Collectibles is here. Oh, baby, it's the best day of the week. Tis Wednesday. I'm ready for my fix of J Shot and sweet baby Machu. All right, Johnny. Grumps is late. It's okay, Grumps. You're late. We're late. It's all good.
I think he was saying we were late.
Oh, we were late? Oh,
yeah. What else?
We were actually on time for us. So, you know, performance issues, never. Johnny Rhino is here. He's saying what's up. Let's see. Johnny also says, I do like booty. I mean, who doesn't? So Blunt Force Honesty is here. Let's see. Mythic Dolphin. What's going on, Mythic Dolphin? Webhead reminding everybody to please smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't. Thank you for watching and supporting. Thank you, Webhead. Rob Zaney likes to hang out in the J-Shot chat. I feel like it's my own private show. That feels like a dig. I'm not going to lie. Maybe a hot take, but I liked MK1. I would have liked MK1 better if it decided what kind of movie it wanted to be.
Well, wait. Is he talking about the very first Mortal Kombat movie or the last Mortal Kombat?
The very first Mortal Kombat movie in the 90s. I love
that one.
Absolutely loved. No question about it. And I love that they keep using the music because it's just not going to get better than that, you know? So, mostly the fanfic pro-tag character they made for it. Okay.
You stop.
I didn't say anything. I'm not yucking anybody's yum. So, let's see what else we got. Mythic Dolphin saying pledge for TideRealm Corsairs if you have not already. No charge until Kickstarters end. Pledge overtime. For the pledges 125 and up. Well, you know what? I mean, she just did everything. So, good night, everybody. I'm kidding. Mythic Dolphin took care of it all.
I was like, what are you doing?
Josh Brown also got his smasher. That's good. Collector 425 is here. He says, what up, Mitches?
I hope he's not outside because it's pouring.
It's pouring outside by us. So if you're outside, I hope you got an umbrella. It's a show, not a train. You good? Okay, cool. Oh, look, Wolf Chaser's here. You are first. Watching while you work. Good. What do you do? What kind of work do you do? So just curious. I just want to know what everybody's saying. Video Power Gaming's here. What's going on? Grump says he was on time. I mean, well, everybody was late because we were late. So, you know. Licking the very first one is not a hot take. Okay. Paul Morales, what's going on? Paul, did you change your you got a little logo? You got a new logo. I love that. MK got the music perfect at first. That's right. No news. So nope. Inside with an umbrella. That's not lucky. Oh. You guys near Delaware.
We're in
I
New
mean,
York.
define near.
Yeah, we're closer than California.
Yeah. And he is a machine engineer. Well, be safe, my friend, while you're watching, and we'll do our best to make your workday go a little bit faster. So, but yeah, thank you everybody for being here in the chat. And Mythic Dolphin did do us justice here. We are here to talk about the TideRealm Corsair Kickstarter. Which, before we bring in Quaid, I see he's getting nervous and setting up, so I like to keep him on his feet. We'll never know when we're actually going to hit the button. We got to hang out with him at Legion's Con last year when he just had prototypes,
Yes.
which was really cool to see. He had prototypes and cool bases that everybody was commenting on. And I'm pretty sure that I said to him when he was ready to reach out and to come on our show. And the fact that he didn't come to us first is disappointing, but we will let that slide. That is okay.
He did reach out. And I this was one of those times where I actually answered.
Wow,
who was reaching out. And and I was just like, yeah, I remember them from Legion's Con, and I'm getting really big into a pirate game right now.
See?
So this is perfect.
It is perfect. Pirate games, and now pirate figures, and Spaded One is here, and he says, "Yar, guy, my pirate." So there you go. We could pirate talk all night, and I'm sure we will. But let's go ahead and bring in Quaid. What's going on, dude?
Yar.
Yar. Yar. Yar.
I have one word, whole flavor of my life anymore. Yar.
Yar. There you go. Welcome, dude, and congratulations on launching a Kickstarter.
Thanks so much.
It's been really cool to see. And like we said, we saw you guys at Legion's Con last year, which feels like forever ago, but I'm also emailing like people today about Legion's Con this year. So it's like crazy to think about how far that has gone. But yeah, dude, give us, before we go into the Kickstarter, just give us the sales pitch on who you are in the community.
Oh man. Tireless pirate shill. No. Overworked deckhand.
Perfect.
That's something that did great.
Perfect.
No, I'm somebody who, it's funny, I got my first proper, I guess, toy. My first love was always Transformers, and that came in the form of a little Spy Changers Optimus Prime when I lost my first tooth from the Tooth Fairy, i.e. my wonderful mother.
What? Whoa. We're not ruining childhoods here, okay?
Yeah.
I don't know who's watching. Dom, I think, still believes in the Tooth Fairy. So
okay.
We have to convince him not to pull out his teeth every time there's a new pre-order.
So you're going to have to boot me now at this point.
No, it's okay.
I have to call my mother. I'll be right back.
Ever since, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Ever since that point, I was just endlessly fascinated by the engineering of the craft. I never put anything like that down. And I figured I'd hit, the boring age of probably 13 and decide I was too good for that. And it never happened. And then 23 hit and I got married and still didn't seem to be too good for it. And ran into the Four Horsemen literally through my wife getting me my first Horseman product for that Christmas.
Nice.
And ever since that point, I haven't been able to put this stuff down. I mean, I've always been a collector for always, but there was never any small part of me that wasn't going to attack being able to contribute at some point. I was always enjoying bringing things in, but there was no point where I wasn't going to try to build something of my own. And I had no idea that there were indie toy makers like there are indie filmmakers. I've done that for many, 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 many years. And the fact that there was an open door in that would be even easier than trying to come to WB and sell my soul. How about I just make some pirates? So I did that.
Yeah. So instead of films, you were like toys. That'll be easier.
Right.
Yeah. So, and speaking of films, Spaded One says, Tooth Fairy, you met The Rock? Let us never let him forget he made that movie.
I never met the Tooth Fairy.
Oh, so
wait,
there you go.
It's my mom or The Rock.
Could be
It's
both.
one or the other.
It's
They
one
never
or the
both, and it's always one or the other.
They could be working together. Let's see. Wolf Chaser says Pirate Steve. Good old Pirate Steve. Alan Tudyk is a national treasure. And Toy Rensu's here, and he says,
Yar, sup nerds.
Yar, nerds. Also, we got Jurassic Jester in the house. He says, Quaid in the house. What's up, Sentinels? Of course, you were on with them on Monday, and they had a special guest host in Customs by Machu. So are you like just this week you're not allowed to be on a stream without Machu is what I'm hearing.
No,
or
not at all.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to have this week without being on a stream. That's
right.
What
oh yeah. Well, no, you're in the end game now, buddy.
Yeah.
So yeah. So and
You're doing
Jester's,
that tour now.
Yeah. Jester's asking no Abigail today. Not yet. So
she's slaving over a hot stove.
So making figures. Not yeah.
Yep.
So Larry the Cable Guy. There we go. I thought Pirate Steve was Alan Tudyk in one of the shows. Ooh, all right. There might be two Pirate Steve.
You're thinking of Dodgeball. Well, he was Steve
he
the Pirate.
Okay, so Pirate Steve versus Steve the Pirate. So this is what we do here though on Between Two Sentinels. We get down to like the really hard facts of making sure everyone knows who's proper and how to name names and things, because we take pronunciation of names very seriously on this show. At no point would we ever screw it up. Unfortunately, in reality, the Four Horsemen are 0% horse. They are 100% man, though. That's an also, and I'm glad that we're getting down. We're
all on the same page here.
Yeah, all on the same page. So would that make Jacob Fatu the Fang Fairy? Let's see. Mythic Dolphin's commenting. I am a toy collecting mom and backer Tiffany on Kickstarter, so you already know that I am all in. Plus on your Kickstarters. Yes,
Tiffany's comments.
Mythic Dolphin, you pop up every once in a while, and it is always a joy to have you.
Usually,
here.
It's when we have Kickstarter guests.
Yes, it's usually a Kickstarter or a Kickstarter related to some kind of Four Horsemen or the Legions. So again, and you know what, Mythic Dolphin, if you are at Legions Con this year, please make sure you come by and say hi. So I'm gonna have a pin ready for you. We're running low on those pins, by the way. So
we need to design a new pin. I think
those are special. Yeah, we got to get new merch going. Larry the Cable Guy was also in Tooth Fairy. I don't remember that well. So, but yes, it was Dodgeball. I also want to call out here. We got Josh Brown being the employee of the month with his wrench. This is the link to the Kickstarter, which of course is what the main thing we're going to talk about tonight. And I want to. We were talking a little bit about this backstage. I want to make sure that we're covering things. Obviously, we're going to cover the offerings and stuff, but you've got so much more to offer than just, the action figures, right? I mean, you're inventing an entire world for these characters. You're doing audio tracks or audio narrations, I guess is the best way to call them. You've got other interviews on your channel as well with Cornboy, who helped kind of design them. So like this is a whole thing. This isn't just like, hey, I made some cool stuff, go back, which by the way would be enough. But like you're in it. You took a good page out of the Mythic, Horsemen here, or the Four Horsemen, in developing that world. So I'm gonna bring up the screen, but I also am gonna stop talking because I feel like I am just wasting precious time at this point. So, but yeah, all right. So if you haven't already, TideRealm Corsairs, fantasy pirate action figures. Quaid and his wife Abigail are the ones that are really diving into this, and now I am gonna let him take over for a little bit.
This project is something that
Quaid, you're muted. What happened? What? No, I'm kidding. I did that. I was because I just wanted to keep talking. Sorry, guys.
You just want to keep. Well, if the Carl Urban lookalike, like you can't really help that. You got to keep going. You don't stop. Why should you? Exactly.
I have those on standby at all times. All right, go ahead.
Take two. Sorry, rolling. Now, this is something that was born, purely out of passion first. We created an IP before we had a toy line, but at the same time, the toys very much informed that IP. I already had in my head how I would achieve something like this. I just didn't know that toys out there already existed that were doing what I had in my head when I came across Four Horsemen Studios as a company, and was holding that Jacob Marley, which was my first product in my hand.
Wow, so that's interesting. You went right into what do they call those?
Figure Obscura.
Figure Obscura. That's cool. That's interesting. Okay.
Well, that was what got my attention.
Yeah.
I think them broadening that horizon into that kind of public IP, something that people recognize, but it's freely, sculpted between anybody. There's nobody that owns that anymore. It's over 100 years old.
Mhm.
So they've touched on things like that. And I have a deep love for Christmas, period. So it was inevitable that it was going to come up in front of me. But as I was holding that figure, I was like, there's absolutely no way there aren't pirate toys like this guy.
Right.
Surely not. Surely there are. And I scour and scour and scour, half expecting for the Horseman to have something like that. Of course, we've all seen Dawns of Discovery since then, which is even more complimentary to the whole conversation. But not just like I had in my head since childhood, which was this dark, epic, gritty sandbox play pirate world that you would, of course, love to explore. I knew what that looked like in my head since I was 9, but apparently there wasn't any action figure company that had explored it yet. So I had some work ahead of me. It was interesting to do all of that market research and see, okay, so is this absent because nobody gives a crap? Or is it absent because there's not really been a defined vision for it yet?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that it was the second option there.
Sorry, go ahead. No.
I was just going to say there's not a single person that's come up to me that's been like, you know what? Pirates are stupid. Why are you doing this? Nobody said that. Everybody's like, why has this not happened sooner?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't know either. That's why we're here.
I was going to say, I think it's crazy that, I can almost understand that there hasn't been like a dedicated pirate line that is just like its own property. But like even the expansion of, like Pirates of the Caribbean figures, right? Like what would we get? We got like a couple of Jack Sparrows from McFarlane in the early 2000s, and that was it. Like it's kind of weird.
We had fully dedicated. They did probably like 6 to 8 characters per movie leading up to like that fourth one.
Yeah.
And they were what they were. NECA
Right.
had the tools they had at the time, and then since about 2011, there wasn't any other options. Diamond Select threw their hat in the ring for Jack Sparrow, and that figure's. I don't have a lot of Diamond Selects that I love. I actually really like that one, but that's it as far as 6 to 7 inch scale pirate action figures. You don't have much to work with, and I always thought it was very strange that Disney seemed to establish that they had the corner on that genre. They don't. They don't.
Yeah.
There's no rule book for that.
No.
So I always wanted to see a fully realized pirate line that kind of dug into some of those cool little subtle motifs we saw in Lego sets and some stuff that Mattel did through Mega Bloks. There was a whole blank slate world of pirate characters in the early 2000s with an aesthetic kind of like that, and that complemented that whole area of the trilogy of those original pirate films. But I thought it was a no-brainer for there to not be a pirate theme exactly like what they've already established with the fantasy lines in Legion and things like Savage Crucible. There's so many people doing such cool work in so many different ways within a genre or a subgenre of the same thing. Pirates just needed their time, and in my opinion, their time is now.
So that's good. That was a good little lead in. Time is now. Spaded One says the trifecta when I was a kid was ninjas, cowboys, and pirates. There's been a major dearth of quality cowboys and pirate collectibles. So yeah, I would say that too, right? The cowboys and the pirates are lacking. I mean, we've seen a few different versions of ninjas over the last few years, whether they were from Swoosh, right, or Hasbro or anybody. So it is really cool to kind of see you tackling this and doing it so well, right? I mean, we're not again.
Well, I appreciate that.
Not just I mean, look, it's not just me saying it because you're here. I mean, like you've got, Johnny Rhino says these pirates look sick. You got Dom, who was a day one backer.
Nice.
And Dom is very frugal with his money. So Wolf Chaser says 100% new to this, and I think they're in, right, Wolf?
Great.
So you got Simon Welch here saying the TideRealm Corsairs look great.
Nice.
So I mean, here you go. So I feel like they need a pirate ship, but maybe that's just wishful thinking. Johnny, let's get the first set backed, and done.
Let's have some pirates. Let's
get some pirates, and then we'll jump into this. So, but I'm sure that you've already started to think about that, right? Like Machu and I were talking in the car. It was the first thing he said. He's like, "We're gonna need a ship. We're gonna commission somebody to make a ship." And I was like, let's ease into this.
Let's cool the jets for just half a second.
Yeah,
that's what's cool about some of a lot of the toys that it's huge Lego kit. That's what I played with primarily, and so world building has just been a part of my ecosystem for always, and you're able to kind of literally broaden your horizons a lot easier with a teeny tiny medium like that. Moving into a 7-inch scale action figure line, you have some different hurdles to tackle with that.
Which says you get the Teddy Ruxpin airship. You can do that. Also, Josh, making fun of the way that I said Thyman, and then you say the Simon Welch. I just combined them. I just combined the and Simon to make it easier. I'm trying to be more efficient here so I can get out of the way.
Right.
Blurred Concepts is also here. yeah. So we're gonna need a smaller boat. That's good. Solid. Solid. Pirate Dinosaurs with hook hands is on my bingo card for the mystery. All right. Okay. All right.
I think they'll need a bigger hook.
Gonna need a bigger hook. Let's see. This is I'm gonna actually say I'm gonna star this. We're gonna save this for later. No, because like this is a true thing, right? There's a lot of people here who a lot of things like financials and stuff like that, but there are ways that you can help support this line to make sure that it gets backed. But share it, so let's address it now. Share it, make sure you're posting about it, do things like that.
Quite a few times that shares are just as valuable as a pledge. If you can think of 5 people off the top of your head that more than likely haven't heard about it yet or have and are sitting on the fence, go remind them, go tell them. That is just as helpful.
Yeah. So there you go. You don't always have to back with money, but it is a good way to help get this going. All right. Plank. Yeah, or walk.
In the words of our forefathers,
right? Yeah. Who did the art here? This is great.
So that was some world building established, artwork that we wanted to get out pretty early on while we were building the brand. That was really crucial in putting together the website when that came out shortly after the figures prototypes were unveiled. That is from our good friend Noah at Edge Comics. They're kind of an indie startup company as well. And I came across his uncle, I believe, in the Cabal on Facebook.
Oh, cool.
And he had this really, really cool rendering of, I think it was Baethir. I think he'd done like the dragon's head or something. And I went, okay, well, I don't care what it takes. I'm going to need that flavor on TideRealm. So let's figure that out. So he did these 3 panels here of our 3 factions. And we fit in as many of our, fully realized concepts as well as some, later realized concepts within these groups, just to give people an establishing background of, how much comes with the implications of what this world building is. And the dark, moody comic book aesthetic was already just right in with what we were trying to establish.
Yeah. And I love that. I love that you've got, again, pulling from the 4 horsemen, right? You've got your factions. You've got factions. You've got your factions, and each one of them different. You're starting with your 3 basic offering figures, each one representing the fractions. I did it again, fractions.
You're making Carl Urban sad.
Yeah. I mean, in so many ways. In so many ways. I really want to curse like Carl Urban, but family show.
So do you want to be demonetized? I can.
Yeah. But so I wanted to ask this question as we kind of go into the world building. And, I'm sure you don't have a favorite, but if you were going to say to someone who could only pick up one of these, figures that represents each of the factions, which one would you say they should grab? Where should they start?
If you're trying to get the TideRealm experience, Captain Alistair Morningstar is doing what we set out to do. He is the pirate action figure that's establishing what this world is supposed to be. Almost everybody has said across the board, for very obvious reasons, that just at first glance, their favorite is Deathmoid, our skeleton pirate captain. And he's glorious. But if you're looking to really get into what we're about as a brand and you want to fully experience that sculpt at its strength, I, on a personal level, feel that Morningstar is probably going to be one of the most fun in hand. and he's achieving what we set out to do. We wanted to do a pirate line, and he is the pirate.
Hold on 1 second.
Is it
J-Shot, do you have a red bandana?
not near me?
You
But
should.
probably where? I see where you're going with this.
Uh-huh.
I see where you're going with this. Hang on. What if I take a target bag and
We've been trying to decide for months what we, who we think Alistair looks like. Maybe it's Carl Urban, and to a lesser extent, J-Shot.
hang on. What if I do this? Tie it back a little bit. There you go. Oh, there
Uh-huh.
you go. And why did you say a lesser extent? You're on my show, for God's sake.
Oh my god!
There you go. There you
Well,
go.
it seemed like a sore point, so I wasn't sure which direction
Yeah.
to take it.
Well, you can't get any worse than Josh hurting my feelings with Carl Suburban. So thanks for that, Josh. I'm going to talk to somebody about taking your wrench away.
Oh, can I double his wrench?
Oh, you done double it. Well, I'll be at Legion's Con, and I don't know if you're coming back, but if we want to discuss a Captain Morningstar / J-Shot appearance, we can figure this out.
I think. It's
What was the name of your pirate ship that I gave it?
What was it? Was it the Shot, Roger?
The Jolly Shot.
The Jolly Shot. It was the Jolly Shot. Yes.
Picking up what you're stepping in.
Yeah. Let's see. We got some other comments here. Fiddle Chips is Pirate Hooker Dinosaur from Long Island. Great. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Blurred Concepts is great toy designs and even better people. I got to have dinner with Quaid and his wife on the last day of Legion's Con back this project.
Oh,
That's
nice.
really cool.
Yes, I remember that.
Diggs, does that look like us? Damn it, Diggs. Oh, come on, Simon. That is so easy.
Unfortunately, you're not the first one with that one. Like you can't even really ride that.
Yeah.
Oh, my word.
There it is. All right. So so we got Captain Alistair Morningstar, also known as J-Shot or Carl Suburban. Who else? Let's jump back a little bit because you guys did put an incredible amount of care into articulation. Mm-hmm. And I know that between sculpt and articulation, that is something a lot of the people watching the show who may be wavering is what they're going to care about. So let's talk about at what points of articulation were important for you to make sure that they had.
If you have a sculpt with bad hips and bad ankles, you don't have a usable toy. And so I was extremely insistent on those being strong points. I've talked to our production manager. I love working with Bill. That's my favorite. We have a weekly meeting with the Horseman with him.
Nice.
And I love talking production stuff, just working through establishing what the sculpt will feel and handle like in person. And so even since talking to the factory, there's minutia of the actual engineering that goes into this beyond even what this 3D sculpt presents. Mm-hmm. So there's all kinds of durability things that my initials are QC, so I kind of don't really let up on that one, no matter where I'm at. And so, like I just said, the pelvis is really the core of what makes your toy functional.
Sure.
And that's where a lot of my attention has gone for making sure that things are durable and lasting. Like I just said, ankles are a huge part. If your thing can't stand up, you don't have a usable toy. You can do all you like making something cool looking, but if it doesn't feel cool, it falls on its face, sometimes quite literally. Mm-hmm. So we wanted to make sure that range was not compromised for sculpt while making sure that sculpt is not compromised for range. There's an artful balance there that's can be difficult to achieve. And we hit almost every single note I was looking for. There's, in certain cases, when we move into production, there's little pieces of articulation that are
not. Okay, words are hard. Yeah.
Right. In this sculpt that will be in the final one. So even things like you can see on Alistair, he has kind of a barbell neck thing going on.
Yeah, let me go scroll down to the exploded view.
Yeah. I think he's at the bottom for some reason. Yeah. Right. Well, he's got 2 different points there as far as articulation goes for his expression in his neck. You can see a similar thing going on with the sculpt for the villain's neck above. but there's not a ball joint present
Mhm.
on 3D render here at the base of the neck, but that will be present on
Okay.
the final thing. So there's little things that change or elevate once you actually get it into the factory's hands, and we wanted to make sure that these feel as good as possible. This is our debut sculpt, so chances are fans will see this more than once in the future to get as much use out of it as we possibly can. And we wanted to make sure that it wasn't something you go back, 5 years later and go, huh, well, we've got some really cool ones now. This one feels meh, we're not interested in aging like milk. So it was a big priority to make sure that the sculpt stood up the test of time. And that was the main priority.
You talk about aging like milk. Steve says, if you have a figure with bad hips and bad joints, you might be a middle-aged toy collector. Simon saying, as long as they can walk the plank, they're good.
Yep.
I love the chat today.
The chat's great. Chat's going off like crazy.
On fire.
How does engineering counteract scurvy? If
you take a look at the sculpting on Alistair's hands, he seems to be struggling. It doesn't look like he's had very much citrus recently.
It is. You got to have a tight pelvis, or it all just is gonna fall out. So, boy, will there be pirate booty? I mean,
it's funny. I took the finished Paint Masters over to show my grandparents last summer.
Oh,
they're curious. One of the very first things my poppy had to point out, he's like, "That squid has a butt." Yep, he sure does. He sure does.
If that doesn't make it to the back of the box somewhere, reviews, Poppy, that squid's got a butt. Yeah. Also, Wolf Chaser says, I too focus on the pelvis. I'm also here. I'm with Spaded One on this one. We need a Muppet faction.
Well, you're just not doing pirates if Tim Curry isn't present. So
that's right. So Tim Curry would be a great one too. Mm-hmm. Let's see what else we got going on in the chat. They have little citrus fruit accessories. There you go. That's how you counteract scurvy. She should have a doctor character, and it's just the bag of limes.
Lime in the coconut.
Could we get a syphilis head sculpt? You know what? That could
just go to your crew builders.
Yeah, it'd be one of the unlocks. Sonic Rockman is here. He says, "Happy Wednesday. Hope all is good." There you go. It's a sitting muscle. Okay, the pelvis. There you go. Oh my God, we're completely off the rails already.
At first, I thought he forgot the H, but then I'm like, yeah, he's right.
No, he's right. So, I mean, you've got the exploded view. I love that you've got these other the other kind of renderings here of just the posing and where they're going with it, right? And I mean, like some of them too, I'm assuming that sculpt is in their clothing is either not going to hinder or hinder in a way that makes sense. We
were very interested in making sure that the coats were intuitive when handling the toy, because I think a lot of people have been either potentially traumatized by like Diamond Select ring wraiths or probably Saruman, who basically has a traffic cone over his body. It's not a good experience. But these are one of the very first votes of confidence I think I had going into making these pirates specifically was having that Jacob Marley in my hands. And I had never had a toy that utilized the soft vinyl is not the material that it's made out of. That's a easy to understand way of describing it. It's a different polymer, but they were so flexible and intuitive and literally didn't get in the way. And he had it over him in several different places. He's got a coat, he's got a belt, he's got a vest, and it's all made out of that material.
Right.
And it's buttery smooth all over him. It's not like he's moving like a Mayfax figure, because it's not the same intention, not only the same intention of character, but not the same system. Right. But you don't really need that out of something like, if you want to make your sea creature pirate captain do a back bend, that's an interesting conversation for me to have. But on average, he'll be able to do just about everything else. And these coats have followed that same line of design thought for being a soft, if not softer material than what you already see on figures like Jacob Marley.
Right. Yeah, I mean, we've talked about this before, where it's like, yes, we want as much as articulation as we can, but also it's got to make sense, right? Like, are we going to have crew members getting into Spider-Man poses? Probably not. You
You might
know,
be able to
like,
get a few of them to try.
yeah. So, but yeah, no, I look, I think this makes sense, and I love the kind of analogy with the coats, and these are, I know that it's, you said it's not a vinyl, but I'm going to keep calling it a vinyl
Right.
material. Reason to go that way as opposed to cloth goods? Was it straight up cost, or?
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
your
Okay.
figures were probably going to be $70 to $80 a pop if they had soft good coats, and on top of that, you know, because it was something we explored, we straight up did not enjoy the look of it once it was all finished out. What we were establishing with Alistair specifically was getting that rough, rugged, realistic leather texture, and we could not get it to match up the way we needed it to with the rest of the sculpt. It didn't, the consistency was way off. It started, essentially the coat started wearing the figure instead of the figure the coat. And we wanted everything to be complementary to each other, so it wasn't, ended up being too expensive and not very necessary for these guys. But soft goods are something that when the moment arises where the character clearly needs it, we want to explore even further.
Okay. I think that makes sense, right? And I like your analogy of, you know, the character, the coat was wearing the character as opposed to the character was wearing the coat. Like that's huge, right? And it's got to make sense. Here we go with Simon Scudda. He goes, damn, he's so right about the Lord of the Rings Diamond Select figures. The analogy of them wearing a traffic cone is great. But Fiddlechips says no soft goods. I feel a bit faint. Hey, Fiddlechips. I mean, again, like you want to. There's always that balance, right? Like, you know, like Quaid said, it would have brought the figures up to $80 a pop. You know, and right now we're pricing them at $55, which I think is a fair range, especially for a Kickstarter. You know, it's a balance. It's a balance of, you know, kind of going one way or another. Plus, you always have it, especially if you're going to be introducing these into, you know, the Mythic Legion 4 Horsemen community. There's always people making incredible pieces that you can add on to. You know, so I think it's okay.
Hopefully we have opened up a little window for somebody within the community to make some extra cash on the side making pirate coats, if that's what people really, 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 really need.
I'm sure.
Jay, I was supposed to get a sewing machine from a birthday from you. What happened to that?
You got something else that you enjoyed very much so, which sounds really weird, and that's not at all what it was. But it we can revisit the sewing machine.
That, Carl?
Maybe for Christmas. Enough. Johnny says the coat started wearing the figure was not a sentence I expected to hear today. You know, that's the sentence you didn't expect to hear today. Chewy's in the chat. Let's see. Spade One says the Muff Toys Kryptonite Seeker has the best 112 leather jacket I've seen, but that's $100 imported and unlicensed. So again, it's all about balance. What's up, Toy Junkie? You guys are real close, huh? Enough. It's all right. It's okay. You know, we are very close. We went to the.
You know what, Fiddlechips? You're between us, okay?
Yeah. There you go, Fiddlechips. Why did Fiddlechips come with us to the movies today? So many possibilities to customize down the road. Very true. But like looking at this stuff, and I know too, like you know, you've been on other shows this week, and you're talking to everybody. What's one thing about whether it's detail or articulation that is constantly getting overlooked that you guys haven't talked about?
That's a good question.
I mean, especially if you're just talking from a sculpting perspective, there's things that I continue to notice on the prototypes, especially for Charybdis, that just the more times you look at him, the more you know, I ascribed all of that to be there. All those decisions were there in the beginning, but there's so much to analyze with him that you just notice a cool new thing every single time that you look at him. I don't think there's any details that are being necessarily omitted, but the belts specifically, which I think it's probably down to the bottom of the Kickstarter, like all the way at the bottom.
All the way to the bottom.
There's more photos of that, but there's so many little trinkets and objects on each character's belt that's unique to them that we'll probably have time to look at more later. But that is something that we were able to use the belts almost as a storytelling device in and of itself, because you had this wraparound piece that had all real estate to get all these details on it. And so there's a ton front, side, back, and it's unique to each and every single captain. And then there's that little medallion that they have on their neck, which is unique to each guy as well. So there's all kinds of. We wanted these sculpts to tell the story.
Yeah. And I love that you're going back to, the story and the world building here where everything matters, right? It's not just, hey, this looks cool, we threw it on there. There's something that matters. So
every detail on them has a reason for being within the story. I mean, if there's canon that people are following, that device is part of the events that transpire within, the story as it unfolds. There's nothing on them that was, he should have a compass because pirates have compasses. No, Charybdis has a cursed compass because Charybdis has a cursed compass.
Yeah. Oh.
How easy is it to pop and swap?
So these guys function on a system that's unique to them. When it came to working with the four horsemen. Good Lord, that was a close one.
Yeah, because this is the show not to slip up on. Yeah.
They establish, a piece of brilliance when it came to their modularity that is unique to their line. And so figuring out a way to utilize our brand in a similar fashion without overstepping the bounds of what that brand does was a balance within the sculpting phase. These guys don't disassemble from the ground up like a Lego set because we had different intentions with this line to begin with. But the further you scroll down to how the line expands beyond even those captains, that cross compatibility between all these sculpts and the many varied options that they have begins to grow the further you get in the unlocks.
Nice. All right, so we got a bunch of comments that I've started, so I want to start getting through some of these.
Basically start the whole.
Well, I want to make sure I want to get it to everybody. So we got Alberto is here. He says, "Good evening, gentlemen." Let's see. We got Brick has showed up. He says, "Yo ho!" Read that with the correct emphasis. Yeah, thanks, Brick. Like we haven't been making proper pirate jokes all night long. Let's see. I love it. Rowdy's here. Can I pet that pirate? Can I pet that pirate? That's good. I like that a lot. We also got Mario's here. He heard us talking about ankles, so he showed up. Just Justin is here. What's going on, Just Justin? I believe he's got a toy room tour coming up with the Grown Ass Man Toys. So go check that out. He also is he's doing some really cool display stuff. So shout out to you, Justin, building out Justin's Diner, and he's got like the Villains Poker Room going on. So that's looking great. I am TJ Williams is here. Always good to see him. And another guy that we're guaranteed to see at Legion's Con every year. Let's see. Fiddlechip says, okay, the paint on these guys look great. Yes, paint looks absolutely incredible. Really and then I want to get to a couple other things here. Let's see. The scopes on these guys are gnarly. There's a lot going on with every figure, lots of detail, so cool. So again, people calling out the detail there. Johnny saying it's so pretty. Why do I want to see Captain Charybdis? I got it. I got there eventually. Yeah. Way down at the bottom of a fish tank.
Same. We wanted to do that with the photography, but the very expensive prototype seemed like not the best way to go.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I mean, wait till you get the production models.
Yep, production run. That'll be the first thing you see. Wet Charybdis toes.
Wet calamari butt. Webhead says, please smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't. Thank you for watching. Webhead, we appreciate the hell out of you. He's also saying he likes these a lot. Johnny says the joints are so well integrated with all that deco and detail. It looked like I was looking at a painted miniature instead of an action figure at first. Johnny, I don't know if there's a better compliment that you can give right there. So
very, very, very kind, and a testament to our painter Eric Miller, who did Deathmoid and Alistair, and then Sherry did Charybdis. She insisted upon it, actually. Wow. I don't think Eric even had a chance to say anything before she grabbed him.
They do look great. They do look great. Simon says, I think you might be the most articulated toy designer ever. There you go. And apparently I did the incorrect emphasis. So
failed.
Whatever.
Emphasis on the wrong syllable?
Put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable. Eric Miller with the dope paint as always. Let's see. Prime is here. What's up, Prime?
Did you catch Prime's reveal on
Yes, yes, the
Barely
stalls.
Posable?
Yes,
Yes.
the stalls. Yeah,
You're on there.
You're on there twice, pal.
It's an honor.
It's
Deja vu.
yeah. So, let's see. Josh says, "Oh, nice. Didn't realize she did one. That's awesome. There you go. Learning something." Jay Shot and I cannot say names. I'll call him Calamari Butt as well. All right. Get your own Captain
We'll say it to his
Calamari Butt.
face.
So,
I'm
let's see.
surprised
Oh,
you're
here we
saying
go.
it that way. Not this-
Calamari.
Yeah.
Not Galamad. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Bat Force Grumps wants to know if there will be a Seamus Levine tribute figure. And for those of you who don't know who Seamus Levine is, shame on you. Because let's see. Here we go. You got everybody
Also
should
played
know.
by Carl Urban.
He is not. Let it go, man.
Damn.
Let it go. Oh, go. This is Seamus. This is Seamus. And I do think there should be a Seamus tribute figure for sure. Somewhere along the lines. So
He should be played by Carl
Yes.
Urban.
yeah. So
Or Carl
Carl
Suburban.
Urban. Fiddlesticks, what? Yeah, okay. Prime does say these look awesome. Davy Jones from the Monkees? Frog Davy Jones.
That's a little different genre there.
Yeah, a little different genre. All right. So let's get things back on. Let's turn this ship around. Machu.
Lost all the wind in our sails.
Yeah, we lost.
Gone.
And get back to the Kickstarter. Oh god, yeah.
Your name is right next to the Diggs hole. I mean, that's prime real estate
That's
on
Prime.
the wall, on the
Yeah.
stall,
Oh.
on the stall XD.
Oh. KJ is here, but he says he is sick AF. Sorry, dude.
Aw.
Get better. There is a giveaway
better.
tonight. Don't forget.
I think that's
KJ.
why he's here.
That's why he's waiting for it.
That's why
waiting
I'm
for the
here.
giveaway. What?
Come on.
No.
For the giveaway, we have to make you walk the plank.
Oh boy.
That's the only way you could win that giveaway. Right?
It's the only way you give the giveaway. Yes, if you walk the plank and take a splash.
I like this idea.
So you're already so close to the goal. And I want to talk about this a little bit. We're what? We're math. $13,000 away from the goal to hit this.
A little more than that. I mean, we got like about 20,000.
20,000? Okay. 23-ish. All right.
Yeah.
So no. 22. Okay. So 23, let's call it 23K. And I know that, people are talking about, if they can't afford to, which again, the best way to support this then is to go share. How do we help you get to this goal? Because again, I think it's pretty clear. We're invested. We're interested. The chat's invested. The chat's interested. How do we is this one of those things where if every backer right now just goes in and adds a crew member, we're in good shape? I mean, how do we, give me the hard sales pitch here to make sure that we get you over this hump, because never mind you getting funded. We've got a reputation here.
Right.
We're 19-1 for Kickstarters. So I don't want to go into that second
So
one
start
here.
setting the precedent.
Yeah. So, I want to make sure we keep our status.
Well, we're in very, very, very good shape, but there's definitely something to be said for not getting too comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
We have 18 days to go, which is fantastic, but that's also a little bit more than 2.5 weeks. So that's not really that much time. And the best part about a Kickstarter is, we've set this up to maintain. Yes. How do we get the booty?
Yeah. How do we get the booty? Write a check for $23,000.
We set this up to maintain.
Bricks all over it.
Well, I told Brick, I was like, there's all you got to do is remortgage the home. It's perfectly fine. You'll be fine. What you just described a second ago, if every backer that's already in there went in and added one more captain, we'd be there. Mm-hmm. It just depends on everybody's, again, the real world situations right now. It's nuts. Some of the things, $5, $8 gas prices, just pick one as far as people having stuff to balance. But the best way to get us there has been the same pledge that more than half of our backers have gone into the beginning, which is that all in. That all in is just as much of a pledge of faith towards us as we've taken in launching the Kickstarter to the public. Because, you know, you are within that package offered one copy of everything within the campaign. But everything within that campaign has to hit a certain milestone before it's unlocked. And 3 or 4 of those are post-funding. 22,000 away, though, and you unlock our first deluxe army builder. You have a bunch of pieces for customizability in the form of hook hands and peg legs. You know, that broadens the horizons of all the figures that are already available. So it really does come down to the fact that, you know, if all you can swing is one figure, that is helpful. That is valuable. If you can go all in, that is just as valuable. That is putting the pledge of faith towards the campaign that gets us towards those unlocks faster. So it's harder for the campaign to maintain the momentum it needs when folks hang back towards the last 2 days. If people are uber excited about somebody like that 20,000K unlock, and it takes until the last, like, say, 4 hours of the campaign to get him there, there's so many folks that even just based on a, you know, temporal set of restrictions can't get to him very fast. And so early funding is the best way to make everybody's investment that they've already put into it that much more valuable. And the quicker we hit that, just the better it is for everybody. The more sustainable it is post-campaign when we go into production. You know, more money means easier problem solving down the line. Not ruin problem solving by lack thereof, but it makes everything smoother, delivery quicker, probably 4th and 5th quality control passes as opposed to the 3 that I already want. So stuff like that. But there are no bad pledges. There are no small pledges, I guess, if that's what we're looking for. But whatever it is that folks are already interested in, now's the time. If you're into it, you're after it. There's so many things to pledge for right now, as is. There's a ton of ways to build out that pirate crew. Even just at the bottom, there's 3 packs surrounding all of the 3 factions. There's a ton of ways to get in on this. What you're hovering over right here, the captain's kit, that's been kind of our conduit for customization. It opened up the whole window for what makes the line what it is, what makes Wave 1 as expansive as it is. I remember talking to Brick on the last live stream. He was adding it to the cart while we were talking about it. So there's a ton of options as is. And the minute we hit that 155 goal, which is just within reach, the whole tide opens up. It's just every single unlock is spaced between 10 to 25,000 a piece. Between that, it's just super achievable once folks have the option to get there.
And again, like, this is what, you know, this is what the horsemen are known for, right? The pop and swap. And here's your options to make these things look better, right? Like, here's your Carl Suburban figure. You know, this might be your Thyman Welch figure. That's a little bit closer there, you know, and then you've got, you know, your Deathmoid without a helmet, you know, without his hat on. Like, this is, again, it gives you that opportunity. You don't have to have it, right? Like, you don't have to, but it gives you that option to just make the investment in the original figures even more worth it. You know, here's your Jurassic Jesser figure. You know, and again, I love the crew builders, and I love the idea that you've got
like that.
All the parts that you're able to swap out. The Parish crew builders, you know, I mean, this is feeling very Pirates of the Caribbean, and I'm thinking more Disney World, Disneyland ride, not just Jack Sparrow. So these are really fun to have as well. You know, Tideborn here, dude. Like, this is just, I love it. I love the build out, and I mean, dude, I mean, come on, look at like this, and this unlocks just once it's fully backed. Right, we're getting this, and like, you're talking about putting one in a fish tank. Like, this is the one to put in a fish tank. You know?
He's the one that's meant to be the Dread Tide Reef, Charybdis's place of origin. He's kind of that totem, so to speak, of that environment. The coral wraiths, there are hundreds of them floating in and out of that space, and he comes with enough pieces to do well more than what your initial build out here presents. That's basically, you know, camouflage Charybdis, but he has skeleton pieces that are respective to him. That coat comes on and off, obviously. He has several different weapons from both different factions. There's a ton to be done with this figure alone. He's probably going to have the most interesting paint deco.
Macho, I took you off because you're like sharing your screen. I don't know if you got anything up there that you don't want to be shown. Here you got Jurassic Jester says, "Heck yeah, unlock me, people. Do it, unlock." And now I do want to ask, cool too, right? I'm a thigh man, J Shot knows me well. There you go. When you go all in for that all in price, you get every one of the figures, you get everything unlocked. Like if this unlocks at 155, this gets thrown in. Like this is not if it unlocks, it gets added on. You have to go on, or you get one of everything.
That's what that $500 pledge is doing.
Perfect.
So our all-in policy, which I think that's gone over like a little further down with the unlocks. We have a whole section that's dedicated so that people understand what that means.
Cool.
But if you get to the end of the campaign and we're, like 2 minutes to midnight Eastern time on the 7th, and we haven't unlocked something like, the Void of the Black Tide, not only are there options for things like that, post-campaign, there is such a thing as post-campaign pledges. They're slightly more expensive, but the campaign does not end right at that last day. It's just that everything is most affordable while the campaign is live. However, if for whatever reason while the campaign is not live, that pledge is always protected. And so even if you came back and one or two of those figures didn't unlock, and the funds weren't made post-campaign for them, you would have a credit applied to your order that goes towards any figures that were unlocked. If you wanted an extra Wraith, if you wanted an extra crew builder, that value is always there for your all-in pledge. You will always have that much product.
Okay. Sorry, I just got a text message. Machu again, if you're coming back. Mystery bonus unlock. What can you tell us? What can we hint at to get people? Nothing. All right. Nothing.
Nothing. No, I will say that within the next couple days, we just won't know what that is until it unlocks. But when it comes to the amount of information about some other things within the campaign, that is also part of this unlock. There'll be things that folks did not know that unlock at the same time as what this unlock actually is. And we're going to begin teasing that going into the end of this week.
Awesome.
So there's a little bit more lurking there than is quite presented just yet.
Okay. All right. And then I want to show this figure off, and then I want to get to the comments because, again, comments are blowing up. This feels very fitting with Motuniverse hitting this weekend. And, of course, the Master of the Universe movie. I'm going to go ahead and just guess that this is a little bit of Skeletor inspiration here.
Maybe. Just
maybe. Okay.
I can't, I still to this day can't put my finger
on
what might be causing that, but I've heard it several times, and there must be some truth to it.
Captain Frank Langella here. And now this unlocks at 175. So obviously we got that going. And then this dude, look at this one. This is insane. This is so
I've been very, very, very excited for him, and especially since he lets us do some of the transparent elements that we've wanted to within this line. He's epic. He's epic.
Yeah. He looks, and I can only imagine the toy photography with something like this too, right? Like this is just this is incredible. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing.
That character is going to be like a translucent type plastic, or
his one thing that I know definitively anyway is that his coat and pieces of his armor, his rib cage, so anything that's metal is supposed to be hottest there, so that will be transparent. And then we wanted that coat to look like it was getting hotter and from the bottom and coolest at the top, so it gets more ashen at the top with paint applications, and it's completely transparent at the edges of the coat. So there's some artistry to that one that'll be unique to that figure.
Very cool. All right, I want to get to the comments because again, chat is blowing up. We got Prime says that's what I'm here for. Is this the line for the Diggs hole? Diggs says you're just saying Diggs is another word for glory, and I'm taking that as a compliment. You're taking it, all right. Diggs serves poles, not holes. Guys, you got any questions about the actual stuff? No, okay. Everyone in the chat, quick, make a booty call. Quick booty call, and we'll have the money raised. There you go.
We've been saying since the beginning, back the booty.
That's it. Oh, I love that. Back the booty.
I feel like if Diggs serves poles, that would work on a pirate ship.
It would, yeah. Or masts, he's the mast master. I don't know if that works. Real Comrade is here. What's going on, Comrade?
Say yeet, but it's yar.
Yar. Yeet yar. The yar. Yes. Yeet you off the plank. I forgot gas. I use me sails. Charles Jurassic is waiting in line behind Prime. Jesser. Let's see. Bat Force says, I'm definitely going to add one more figure because I love pirates and I love this line as soon as I laid eyes on it at Legion's Con. So there you go.
Another great compliment.
There you go. Make sure you're jumping. I mean, again, just a little bit, right? We're not, not asking for a lot, just a little bit extra to be added on there. Let's see. Collectible Fun says, I'm a day one all-in backer. Let's get this back and hit them unlocks. There you go. Let's see. When more gets unlocked, I'll be adjusting again. There you go. But also boo. But ultimately, yay. I understand that feeling. Wolf Chaser has been making a lot of demands. He wants to know, where's the Cabin Boy figure?
I'm literally right here.
Okay. He also wants to know sea creatures. Fingers crossed. Okay. We're rapid fire on these.
Yep.
Mermaids or sirens?
It's hard to tell through the eye patch. That was a wink.
Okay. Got it. Also ninja pirates.
Well, that's a given,
Okay.
And thanks for ruining the 165K unlock.
That's what we do best here. Sea beasts sounds better. No, I'm going with Captain Calamari. These were the best things I saw last year at Legion's Con. Super excited to see more of these.
Another fabulous compliment. Seriously.
But did you see what he did?
Oh yeah, I saw.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
all right. Okay.
I've seen it all.
You've seen. Oh, there it is. Yeah, Machi, you're showing off the science folder. No chewing saying that's a sick unlock. Let's see who else we got. Endless saying they look amazing. Endless, good to see you again, man. Good to see you. Let's see. Used to have bog aquariums, and instead of putting stuff inside, I'd set up half shelf behind the tank to set up dioramas. Oh, that's interesting. This way you're not actually getting them water damage. So that's cool. Captain Hentai Tentacles.
Oh, okay, no.
That's the unlock. Let's see.
What about like a parrot?
Ooh, okay.
A parrot. So when it comes to like extra things like that, that's basically a whole other character, even though it's an accessory. That tooling cost, you wouldn't think that it would be such a big difference between something like a parrot and a sword, but there is, and especially when it comes down to the sculptor. So we prioritize the guys that were articulated this first time around, but we have had that suggestion several times. We would love to do cool things like skeleton parrots.
Skeleton parrots, parrots with a peg leg.
Yep.
And an eye patch.
Chest. Yeah, a shaved chest and a tattoo. That's a Brick might be the only one that gets that, or maybe chewing. Let's see. Simon wants to know, is the green like copper patina or like a translucent? I think that's more of the patina, like stone looking style, right? He's meant to be,
kind of the camouflage within the colors that the reef is specifically. So it is prioritized paint deco with that one over material. We explored the whole thing being glow in the dark, but not only was that super expensive, but then trying to get the deco that we wanted on top of the glow in the dark, it started to mitigate the purpose of him being glow in the dark. So the intention is UV reactive paint, and then if it doesn't up the cost any, because we're not going to come back and say, yeah, sorry guys, Core Wraith is like $75 now because we have to have him glow in the dark. No. It's going to come down to what fits within the already established budget. UV for sure, glow in the dark if we can make it happen.
Cool. There you go. Words like patina get me excited, is what Chewy said. So there you go. Now you know what's being whispered. Jesser is not letting this go. Nope. Dinosaur with hook hands. Plot twist, it's a Trapjaw tribute and not a Skeletor. Okay, all right, there you go. Dan the Toy Man is here. What's going on, Dan? Let's see. A Skelly tour, if you will. Brick. Not Brick. More Steve, good job. Brick says, do you have any sense of who might be painting the fiery Deathmoid when it's unlocked?
Look, I'm just hoping that they don't go for each other's throats, because with how much Sherry wanted Charybdis, I don't know what she'll do to Eric.
Okay. And look at this. Bat Force updated his pledge, so that brings us just a little bit closer.
Nice.
So there you go, guys. Being on the show now tonight, just a little bit closer to get this thing back. So I'm going to hit the old refresh button and see where we are. Okay, there you go. All right, it is certainly up more, which is great, and that's what we strive for with these shows. You gotta get people what they want.
Yes, energy.
Yeah, big desk energy. Cannons galore. Who isn't a fan of cannons? There you go. This is not. You gotta, KJ. I know you're sick, but I need you to.
But calm down.
I need you to piratize that. And come back to us. All right.
Yeah.
Guys, Mythic Dava, guys, back for what you want now. That way things unlock. If near the end, we can adjust down if needed. Only 46 all-ins from being funded. Add to unlock. More people will then pledge later. That is true.
Yeah.
So
it is a numbers game. There's a point where you want to, if you are juggling that kind of budget, you're going to want to, as best as you can, because that's what we would ask, is to be considerate of the creator while you're adjusting your pledge. Because there will be nothing more concerning to people jumping into the end, seeing it funded, and then somebody goes, oh gosh, I spent $1,500, I have to change, dipping back under that funding goal. So that's exactly what Tiffany's saying. Pledge for what you want now, because there's less of that later.
Right. And also, are you giving people the option to pay overtime?
Yeah. I think she was talking about that a second ago. I think the threshold is like 125.
There you go.
And then there's like it's either a 6 or 8 week payment plan. And that's something that Kickstarter implemented very recently, actually.
Which I think is super smart, right? So you're not getting hit all at once. So we got Bearded here. What to do, baby? Jurassic Jester correcting the ass to booty to booty.
Thank you. Fixed it.
There you go. KJ, I'm going to try to say this in KJ's voice. Nothing like a nice set of cannons, kid. Fiddle chips, that's gross. There you go. All right. So we're coming up on time here, and don't forget we still have to do a giveaway, but I want to make sure we get everything up, and we ran out of. We want to make sure we get the mast up. We ran out of time to really dive into this, but this was something that I wanted to call out because I think it's really, really cool that you're doing it. If you guys haven't, and you're more interested in the lore and the world building, go head over to Corsair Creations YouTube, and there's like audio, I don't want to call it audio narrations, audio books, which is really, really cool. And I think this is super great that you're adding this kind of stuff in, again, to help build that world, to help get people excited about it. And just by the time then when these figures come out, man, like
that's the thing, there's, when it comes to production time, there's going to be a wait time on this. It's going to be probably a long-ish wait time. That's how these indie startups work. And so even just while the campaign is live now and we're establishing this first part of the book, there's going to be roughly 30 to 35 chapters by the time it's all done, whether that happens the very last day of the campaign is the last chapter or a couple days after, however that plays out. But we are establishing the world in audio format as far as an experience goes. It's not just Quaid droning on about his pirates. There's sound effects, there's music, there's things to flush out the world and make it feel like it is breathing. But in between that wait time of fulfillment, I'm pretty sure folks are going to begin to become even more invested in what's going on within that storyline, and we want to have this available for people while they're waiting. And so even with what's established with this campaign, that's not all that's coming. While people are waiting, that audiobook will probably continue. It's a different production time on my part, because my wife and I do that on our personal time. But that's something that doesn't stop at the end of this campaign either.
Love that. Just continuing the lore.
Link in the chat for the
YouTube. Yeah, I can absolutely do that. Hang on, let me grab this. Also, Wolf Chaser with another request. Wolf, I hope you are like #1 backer here with all the requests you have. James Howlett Pirate. I feel like we need a James Howlett Pirate with an awesome beard. There you go. And Prime says this is great. A lot of thought and effort into this project is definitely noticed. Wishing you all much success. So,
Thank you.
That's a huge compliment as well. All right. I'm going to shift gears unless there's one other thing that we want to talk about or waiting that we missed. I'll jump let me put the Kickstarter piece back in here so that everybody's got that.
I've got a suggestion for Prime.
What's up?
Start building the pirate ship in pieces so that way we all can just keep ordering them week by week.
There you
Do
go. It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad
By
idea.
the time we're done, you know.
Henrock is here. Am I late? You're not late, Henrock. We're just about to do a giveaway, bud. And Wolf Chaser also wishing all the success. So I'm going to shift gears a little bit. Our tribal chief, Chubzzy Wubzzy Toys, has gifted us this combatants fight for glory figure.
Can I enter?
Yeah, sure. Why not? And of course, you know, our tribal chief doesn't do anything half-assed. So make sure that if you, I'm sure that once these figures are ready for production, he will be picking up some to carry in his store as well. Corrupted collectibles. Do not do that, Prime. I can't handle that shipping cost. That's why you're gonna get in piecework. So maybe a pirate wall will be needed in the future.
Prime of loot.
Prime of loot.
Prime booty.
There it is. Which is great because that brings us to our giveaway hashtag, which is going to be booty to booty. So Machu was not ready. So there you go. Hashtag booty to booty gets you the combatants figure from Chubzzy Wubzzy, which again, if you're in the area, go visit Chubzzy Wubzzy's store. It's so fun to go through and so fun to just find whatever he's got there. If you're not in the area, jump on and jump on the website for Chubzzy. He's one of the fastest shippers in the game. So you want to make sure you're getting to him there too. Again, I will also say continental US for this. Want to make sure that we're not Chubzzy's very generously donating the figure, but we don't want to get killed with shipping. Also, if you win this figure is roughly $55-$60. That feels like something, if you win this, you don't have to buy. So you should then go and
I was going to say, that's
well
more than a giveaway. Yeah.
That's
well more than a gift.
Put a pledge in. There you go. Let's go. Love Lowe's just got back. We love you, Chubzzy. And also, if you're in the area, we will be celebrating Chubzzy's birthday on Sunday at the store from 12 to 6. So swing by. You know it's going to get unhinged, and that's the best way to celebrate. Let's see. Mythic Dolphin just updated my pledge to 2 all-ins. I practice what I speak. Whew. Look at you, Mythic. I'll have 2 pins for you at Legion's Con. Don't let me forget them. Let's see. Get your pirate boat, and shipping is easy on your own boat. There you go. So
stay in your boat.
How does it work with the hashtag? Wolf, you just enter hashtag booty to booty.
Oh, which page did you?
No, it captures both. It should capture both. Yep. So you should be good. Butt to butt. Batforce, that's the wrong one, man. Come on. I left it on screen for a reason. This isn't available on uncharted waters. No, it's got to be continental. I'll gladly pay for shipping. I'm in Alaska. All right, man. We always like to say that if you're willing to pay for shipping, then have 100% enter, and I will connect you with Chubzzy and we work that out. Yes, Blurred Concepts, we will be at Chubzzy's this weekend. So come hang out. Okay, you answered me. Yeah, look at that. Great.
Earl Urban Jr. has paid attention all night long.
Oh, man. Thanks for the awesome giveaway, Chubzzy, Jurassic Jester. Let's see. Does this realm have tariffs? They're pirates. They don't pay tariffs. Let's see.
Can I tell the continent of the United States that? Like, seriously,
hey.
We're pirates. We don't pay tariffs.
Yeah, you just go. Yeah, we're not paying that. Yeah, you just go like that. No, we're fine. Yeah. How many Udis in this hashtag? A lot of Udis. All the Udis. We'll see you there, man. All right. So, Scotty too hottie? It's not the hashtag.
Too bad.
I just missed it. I missed it too. So there you go. All right, booty to booty. There you go. Can I join my own giveaway? That's up to you, Chubs. Quaid, what else, man? I mean, dude, like this has been awesome. I have a couple of like while we're killing time here. I've got a couple of fun jokes or fun questions for you.
Sure.
And we talked a little bit about this one, but of all of the main captains, right? And I think I know the answer. Which one smells the worst?
I mean, Alistair is around real people all the time. Real people don't smell good. Trust me.
They don't. They do not. We've been to enough cons to know that. But he's going to smell worse than Calamari, Captain Calamari.
Well,
I mean,
Charybdis is always in the water. What's he gonna smell like? Wet. Deathmoy doesn't have any meat on him. What's he gonna smell like? There's not a lot there. Alistair, I mean, do you guys know what they did for a bathroom in pirate ships?
They just leaned over, right?
Did nothing.
Oh. Is there enough rum is a question that always needs to be asked. So
there's enough rum for now. Yep.
Yeah. We are pirates. We don't pay tariffs. We plunder tariffs. There you go.
Exactly.
All right. Other question I have. Oh, this is fun. And actually, I would love, Machu, if you want to answer this, and the chat as well. If you could have one dream crossover, right, with your characters and the pirate or pirates in general, but mostly like your characters. Damn it, Wolf Chase. Poop deck. You distracted me. What would that be? What is the, like, in your head canon, what is the best crossover that you can imagine?
Oh gosh.
I was thinking of these characters landing on an island with a bunch of plunderlings.
You know what?
I could be
I'm with Machu. Honestly, I'm gonna have to say that's where my brain goes as well.
Okay. I mean, they made a pirate Bebop and Rocksteady, so that's gonna happen for sure.
Oh,
well, it's between them or the pirate Deadpool.
Pirate Deadpool. I mean, why not both? He'll
be there anyway. Deadpool will be there anyway, whether you like it or not.
Yeah. Star Trek: The Next Generation pirates. There you go. Dinosaur Croc.
There's something to me that I get the impression that Jesse has a thing for dinosaurs.
Yep. Easy plunderlings fighting these guys. Mythic Dolphins. What figure is the giveaway? It is this one right here. I'm just going to show it off again. So this is the Combatants Fight for Glory figure from Zestray Studios.
These figures, like in the aftermarket, go for a lot.
And they're selling out. So if this is something you're interested in,
I should probably put an order in.
Jump on it.
It hasn't sold out yet.
It hasn't sold out yet, but
the pirates have not sold out.
The pirates have not sold. Well, the pirates are on pre-order right now. But I will also here, since that just changed, I will put a link to Chubzzy Wubzzy store in the chat so you can jump on and order your own figure if for some reason you do not win tonight. So, and remember, there can only be one winner. So, in the words of Christopher,
then you probably just go steal someone else's booty.
That's we do not condone stealing in this show, but if you do that, it's up to you. It's a you problem. But there can only be one winner, just like Christopher Lambert, who, in my opinion, still played the superior Raiden in Mortal Kombat. Bringing it back
full circle.
What if he wants his plank pierced? Hey man, everybody could everybody's entitled to their own thing. We don't kink shame here, but it's everything up. Pirates along with Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. That's just how I roll. Can someone make me some big pirate hats? It's not a bad idea.
Hey, we're huge fans of everybody at AWOC. Like, I can't wait to see photos like that.
Dinosaurs on a ship. Could it work?
It doesn't matter if could it work. It will work. It will happen.
That's right. It doesn't matter.
I'm just picturing the T-Rex turning the wheel
with his tiny hands.
With his tiny hands. Well, one with a hook.
Hard right. Yeah.
Starboard. What does starboard mean? What
is starboard? My dinosaur brain cannot handle. All right. We got about 35 people watching, and there are 30 entries already. So let's I'm gonna say let's call this. It's a lot of people who are entering this, so this is really cool. And thank you everybody for being here as always. We appreciate the hell out of you. So rah, turning this thing.
But I'm saying we need some cat pirates.
Some cat pirates. Oh, there you go. There you go, cat pirates. I like that. T-Rex attacking the ship is what my brain sees.
Seriously, all over.
Just
it,
in
right?
general, though, that's what Jester's brain sees. Not.
I was just
because of
imagining
the-
dinosaurs on a pirate ship.
Everything
Yeah, with, like,
everything
hats,
gets
yeah.
better the minute you put a dinosaur in there. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
On ship, off ship,
Doesn't
dinosaur.
matter. Oh.
With an eye patch.
Yeah. Webhead says Machu going to win. All right. I'm going to call it 30 seconds here. And then we're going to give away this figure from the Xersei Studio Combatants Fight for Glory figure. The thick mommy, which we all love. So yeah. Where are the female pirates, Quaid? Where are the female pirates?
They're all in the audiobook right now, actually.
Okay.
No, my wife is literally voicing our main female character who has huge implications within the line. The only reason she's not in wave 1 is because that requires a whole new body mold.
Whole new tilling. Yep.
Next time we do that, we'll be looking at her very closely.
Oh, I see what you did there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you did there. Captain Denver, the last pirate czar. Love it. Waifu pirates. I mean, all right, let's get this thing backed, and then we can go into all the worlds we need to go into about this additional stuff here. But for now, again, huge thank you to Chubzzy Wubzzy Toys, and I'm gonna hit the button, and we're gonna see who wins, and I'm gonna laugh my ass off if it's Machu. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. We really need music.
Oh, wait. We have music.
Do we?
Yeah.
Undead werewolf. Congratulations. There it is. Perfect. Perfect. Undead werewolf on Instagram, and I will make sure that your information gets over to
Everybody.
Ship that out. Everybody. So there you go. Congratulations. Sorry.
Rigged.
It is not rigged.
This is the only episode where it could be rigged.
Right. Because pirates.
Yeah.
Because pirates. All right, Quaid. Again, go back to Kickstarter. Go check Quaid out. Him and Abigail have been doing amazing work. Dude, I can't tell you how awesome it was to see these things in person. And now you've come even further along. So I'm really excited to see these things back. Will we see you again at Legion's Con? I don't know if I asked that question.
That's going to depend on how the Kickstarter rolls out, because it's very difficult to get to the East Coast from Wyoming, which is where we're based out of. So it's going to depend on how that happens. But if not this year, we are very closely eyeing 2027.
Okay. 2027. All right. Hey, but also if you leave now, if you start walking now, you probably will be there by November. So
right. That he has a point there. It's just the peg leg's a little slower.
KJ lost. He's out already. Bye, KJ. Feel better, bud. But dude, yeah, again, I'll bring up the Kickstarter one last time. Super excited for this. And thank you so much for being here.
Of course.
If look, that number's gone up since we've been here, so I'm loving that. Thank you. And you know what, chat, thank you guys. You were super engaging tonight, asked a lot of great questions, made a lot of demands, which is awesome. But we wouldn't do this without you, so thank you so much. Quaid, what do you got next? Where are you going next? Where can people see you? I know you're doing the tour, so who's shooting on next?
Let's see. I'm going to look stupid here because there's so many people on the list that now I'm losing track of names. I know tomorrow we will be on Figure Fight Club.
Nice.
And then shortly, I swear there's one more in between that, but I know we'll also be on with my buddy Mike Rogers at Junkion Crafts and Builds. That's the 28th, I think, which is a Thursday. I know there's more than that, though. So those announcements will be on the Instagram as well.
All right, so keep checking the Instagram. What do you got? You got Figure Fight Club. You also got, I'm pulling up the email. Eekman, Master of the Thunder Nerds.
That was yesterday.
That was yesterday. And obviously Collection Nexus on Monday. So, you're doing the thing, man. You're doing the thing. And, congratulations for getting just to this step, dude. Like, this is huge. This is huge.
Well, having the platform to talk about it just means the world, you guys. Seriously. One, I don't get tired of it. Despite my sleep deprivation, I am always here to talk pirates. super thrilled to be here and being able to This has been fun because you guys have made a priority of, kind of giving it a unique
course.
angle at some of these details, and I really love walking the plank. Seriously.
Yeah, there you go. He loves walking the plank. Grump says, "Best of luck, Quaalude." There you go. Corrupt, you got an invite. If you want to take your top off, you can slide into the Tuesday show with Rob and Sarah on Corrupt.
Oh
and Collectibles.
gosh, hey.
But you got to take your top off. That
Yep,
is the
I'm
You gotta walk the
well
plank
familiar
with
with
the
the
top off.
format.
Yep, you got to take your top off. Machu, what do you got going on?
We're going to see Mando tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
We are going to see Mando tomorrow. 2 movies, 1 week. Who are we?
Yeah.
Geeks.
What else?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, Chubzzy's party on
Chubzzy's
Sunday.
party on Sunday. Yep.
And I think that's about it. I got nothing else
Awesome.
really going on.
All right, cool. Yes, we're gonna go see Mando tomorrow, so there will be no baggy red shorts. I think the goal is for both No Chewing and Alan Rappa to see baggy red shorts as well. So next week we will be talking about it. And then I probably will be on They're Not Dolls tomorrow night.
Mhm.
If you're not tired of seeing Carl Urban's face like Machu is, come check out with me. Wolf chases sweaty topless pirates. Actually, I think he says sweetie topless pirates.
A little different there.
Yeah, there you go. A little different. But yeah, great. Again, thank you so much for being here.
Of course.
And to everybody who's watching, whether you're watching live or on the replay, we appreciate the hell out of you. We wouldn't be doing this without you guys. We wouldn't be getting to talk to cool people like Quaid and his amazing Kickstarter, and all the other guests that we're gonna have for the rest of the year, and doing all these cool stuff. We're like having San Diego Comic-Con conversations already. We're having Legion's Con conversations already.
Right.
So we're continuing to fill the content machine, but it is all because of you guys. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much. With all that being said, go make some content. Go be proud of yourself, and we'll catch you.
Yar.
So, Yar. Machu, it's not showtime. Bye, everybody.
See ya.
Yar.